Okay, folks, this will be an interesting one. A little bit, tricky. Oh, I've got to set the other settings up as well. Okay, let's see what we have here. We have here a crushed Eclipse Mints box, grape flavour. Eclipse. I'm going to put a piece of paper behind it and drop the dock feeder onto it. Yeah, we just enlarged it way too big. Way too big. Figured that would be the case, but not that big. Yeah, I've made it too big on the horizontal and too small on the vertical. Exactly what we don't want. I do hate it when I do that. I really get so frustrated with my life, folks. As a general rule, I'm trying to get on the 6 o'clock news. I'm trying to get on Channel 9 to air my material as a photocopier artist. And it really is difficult trying to get them interested in my work. And it's like I'm just trying this and trying that, and I just get so annoyed with the way they like to stick with the usual shit that they play. All this establishment shit like death, disease, disaster, and murder, and house fires, and car crashes, and drug busts. You name it, they play it, but they don't want to play. That looks like I've got it pretty well right. They just don't seem to be interested in playing my material, and it really upsets me because I'm trying my best as a person living with disability to get my stuff out there, and it really is difficult because I'm not rich. You know, I don't have all this rich and all this money and human resources that you richos have. You know, I don't have sponsors, I don't have anything. I'm just funding this shit, you know, like fuck. Disability support pension, sheltered workshop job. You know, that's it. I'm not working in a fucking rich people's. I'm not working I'm not able to work in a normal person's job, however much I wish I could. If I could, I'd be a photocopier technician, folks. That was my dream job. And you know how it feels to have your fucking dreams one by one shattered? So, you try your best. I never wanted to work in a sheltered workshop, folks. I wanted to work with photocopiers. I wanted to be a technician. And if I wasn't a technician, I wanted to be an operator. So, I really wanted to work with photocopiers as my breadwinning. I didn't want to be working in some sheltered workshop or something similar. Don't get me wrong, the one I'm working in is really good. We're going to run with this. We're not going to get too fussy. Don't get me wrong, the place I work at is really good, but I still would like to aim higher and work in what I'm passionate about, and that is, and make money out of my photocopier art. And I just can't do that with this kind of restrictions I've got, these difficulties. When I was born, I had a cord around my neck. I came out breech. I had a really nasty school life. I got teased. I got bullied. I do believe I had brain damage. That's caused the cord around my neck and the breech birth would have both caused the brain damage that fucked up my schooling, fucked up my learning, and then of course I had high functioning autism on top of that fucked up my social life. Even though I find that the high functioning autism is good for this focus, it wasn't very good at school, but I had to deal with all this shit in the schoolyard, at home, everywhere. I had everything. School was a nightmare, and yet I have to deal with what it's done to me now. And I don't want to focus on what I can't do. I want to focus on what I can do, and that is to create this art. And even though my dad and my brother hate my photocopier art, it's their fucking problem, not mine, even though it's been my problem. And I really hated school, and school hated me, and I was always at war with the kids at school. They were at war with me. They hated me, and they treated me like shit. They were all against me, and they treated me like I deserved to be treated like shit. They can go fuck themselves, the bitches. And they caused me to make some stupid mistakes when I was 19. So I'm not happy with these bitches. And they're dogs. They're fucking dogs. I call them dogs because they're worthless. But dogs are nice. As far as they're concerned, they're not nice dogs. They're like pit bulls. The only way you can... they just latch onto you and they won't let go. But I never got the enjoyment from school. I never enjoyed myself. And yeah. And I was always afraid I was going to get into trouble for bringing home stuff from school I didn't want to bring home, like, oh, she's been talking too much about photocopiers, da-di-da-di-da. Oh, yeah, she's a bit too obsessed with photocopiers, she should be concentrating on her schoolwork. And maybe the kids would stop picking on her. That kind of shit really frightened the crap out of me. Probably more than the kids at school. Getting into trouble like that. And I didn't want to get in trouble. And, my ability to learn was fucked. And I wasn't diagnosed with the brain damage. And it was really horrible not wanting to do the schoolwork because it was too fucking hard and boring. It was difficult to learn. And I just hated school, folks. School was just a shithole. I don't want to go back there. I wouldn't want to go back there again. But I wish I could put back the problems I made in 1992 when I had the opportunity to be with Luigi, to get married to him and to have a relationship and to have a dream life. And I'm trying to put that back together by getting on the 6 o'clock news, by trying to get in touch with where Luigi is. I've got to find Luigi, folks. That's the main thing. And get recognised as a artist. So, and that's come up looking really quite interesting. I think we can now call this demo quits.